Hello, my name is Michael. Welcome to EvolveOne. We're going to today be talking about how to think in an abundance mindset. And basically, what that means is how to think more of the world and realize that there is more in the world. Again, we are from EvolveOne, where we help you evolve yourself into a new person. We talk about psychology, philosophy, different new open ways of thinking that have not really been brought together in the psychology board together, and just, figuring out new ways of just how to go day to day basis to be more successful for your future. If that does sound interesting, we're going to just hop right into the video of what it takes to think in an abundance mindset. And like I said, it's thinking more of the world than there is than there actually is out there, and not getting so confined on the variables of what your life consists of. And this relates into a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset is basically something, when you're thinking about something, thinking very almost not reasonable with it, because you realize that there's only one of it. If that be, with this female, I want to be with this female because she, finds me love and she gives me love, and like nobody else gives me love, but just because she treats me like shit, but she gives me love, that's what I'm going to choose. That's in a scarcity mindset, because you're not realizing that there's other people out there that can love you in that case. So with that in mind, an abundance mindset is realizing that if you have a problem with, a situation when it comes to, hey, I don't feel like there's enough out there, just realize that, hey, you got to realize that there's always more. You can't get so confined and, take the shit that is in your life, if there is, and realize, if there is, thinking that there is more. There's always more females. You don't need to get caught up on the ones that you be talking to right now. There are more friends if the ones that you now treat you like crap. Those are those confounding variables. That's what a scarcity mindset is. And an abundance mindset is realizing, oh, those people are negative for my life. I'm choosing to go out on my own path like a lone wolf, and realizing, hey, I know there's more people out there. I'll have to wait till I find them. But realizing, having the abundance, seeing the abundance out there of people that can find you and find you as a friend. And that's just kind of the main difference it is between an abundance mindset and a scarcity mindset. Not holding on to stuff like that and being very, reflective of the past, but thinking, hey, what else is out there? I want to grow as a person, and going from there. So with that, in mind is, well, how do you get to this abundance mindset? If it's so damn good, well, how is it going to be something that is productive in day-to-day life? Well, basically, changing over from a scarcity mindset and thinking pessimistic about a lot of the opportunities that get presented in front of you, finding that optimism and going with anything, and going into that abundance mindset where basically you are going into saying, hey, I want to grow as a person, and if this isn't part of my life and I don't want to grow it, not growing it. And changing from that mindset of saying, hey, I need to keep on to this stuff. I need to keep on to that shitty relationship if it's, being really toxic for me, just because I don't find it love anywhere else. You need to accept yourself for who you are at the end of the day. And that's what leads to a lot of this mindset, is if you're thinking in an abundance mindset and realizing, hey, I need to, realize that there is more out there. You need to be comfortable with being who you are, and realizing what your goals and values and what your passion is, and being comfortable at taking what needs to be done and what needs to be taken off the charts, if that be your shitty friends or if that be, a toxic relationship, and realizing there's more out there, and going and saying, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm moving on. I'll rather go on my road than the wrong road, because my success on the wrong road is always going to be wrong. And you got to just realize that, better to go on my road if it needed to be. And realizing, there are people out there that are different, but you got to realize, if they're really, pessimistic about your future and they're limiting what your success can be, realizing that those might not be the right for your people. Also, you got to think how to think abundantly. And, when you're transitioning from a scarcity mindset into abundant mindset, you got to think, how can I realize, like, if you're in a situation where it's like, wow, why am I in a relationship that's, really toxic right now? Just realize There's at least 4 billion other females in the world, or 4 billion other males. You got to realize that there's so many people in the world. And if you cannot be happy with just one, who cares? You got to realize how small, I know it's kind of sad, but you got to realize how small you are in the real world. You are one out of 8 billion people at the time. That's a lot of people. And you got to realize, if you want to make your dream and you want to be recognized, you got to go make that, got to go make your success, be able to get recognized on that. But also you got to look at yourself and you got to say, hey, if I do want to think abundantly, I got to care about myself. And I got to say, hey, if it's something holding me back from my limitations, how far do I want to go? And thinking in that abundance mind, saying, hey, what else can there be out there? Is there something better out there that I can get on? Hey, am I not going to stay at this job for 15 years at a time? No, I'm going to move to the next best job, not moving up the ladder in your, in your work environment, but moving from ladder to ladder to ladder to ladder, and realizing and being comfortable with the changes in your life. And that's what basically, helps you with your success. If you got to realize that, hey, you got to be able to grow in new ideas, and you got to say, hey, this is what I need to do for the best of my success, and being open to a lot of new ideas. There's nothing going to be holding you back as much. You got to still think rationally, always need to think rationally, but also you just got to look at your, abundance mindset, and you're thinking of how can I grow as a person, and is it going to help my success in the long run? And if it can't, you got to say, if it cannot help your, overall success, you got to realize, why is there an insecurity right there? If it were to be like something that you want to grow into, but you can't, or if there are some, past issues with that, if it is something along the means of, hey, like, I do not want to pursue into the housing market just because I've had a bad relationship with housing people or something like that. Or, hey, I don't want to pursue into, just middle class females per se, in that type of aspect, because I was raised from a less fortunate neighborhood. It's just that type of mindset. And you got to realize, if you are thinking in the relationship wise, abundance mindset, especially, and in a friendship wise, in a friendship mind especially, is saying, hey, are these guys going to share the same values as me at the end of the day? Because if they don't share the same values as you have, when you're thinking in an abundance mindset and wanting more and seeing if growth opportunity, they're going to start to see the dissimilarities. People don't like it when something is different from their point of view, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are very unconsciously narcissistic because they keep it in the back of their heads. And it's just kind of one of those things. It's like, hey, you know what? That's how it is as a friendship, but you got to realize, what's going to be the best for you, and being able to grow and adapt to new things, and not thinking of, oh, I just need to stay in this just because I need to get love. No, move on from that relationship. Go live on yourself for a bit, work 2 jobs if you need to get over someone like that, and get that grind in so you can lead to success. If that's what it's going to take, you need to do that for the time being. If it is something, where you need to transition that value chart and transition what your goals are and your values are, do that and make sure you're comfortable with it at the end of the day. And that's why I say wait a day. I did make another video on how to set goals. That was one of my most recent ones. It's actually really beneficial when it comes to how to set goals and how to maintain them. But for the abundance mindset, obviously, being in a growth mindset as well, and not thinking so pessimistic and just crappy about a lot of the situations and opportunities that go in your life, guys. And that's what it comes to it. I hope you guys really understand that, an abundance mindset is very beneficial when it comes to how you think day to day and how you realize certain situations and say, hey, is this going to be something that is really worth my time? Like dealing with a huge return at Walmart or something like that? Is it going to be something that is worth my time? Or is it going to be, hey, do I need to deal with this crappy relationship in my life? Hey, does my coworkers, pessimistic views about how my hard work is taking away their glamour? Why is that the way? You got to think abundantly by that. You got to say, those aren't my friends. And you got to realize, if they really think narcissistic, most people don't realize it, but a lot of people do think narcissistic. And realizing abundance mindset is the way to go. And if people are going to be narcissistic about your abundance mindset, that shows who they really are. Guys, I'm just letting you know like how society's going to view this abundance mindset, as well as how you guys can incorporate it in your life. Again, this is EvolveOne. My name is Michael. Guys, I hope you guys all have a great day. I'll be posting this on Monday. Anyways, have a great day. Bye now.